Tonight, from Seattle, Washington, it's the NFC Championship game. It's the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the Pacific Northwest, the home of the 12s, and they are in full roar as you get a look inside Lumen Field in Seattle. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Seattle Seahawks. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports, and man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time.
I don't know about you, but my butterflies in my stomach, they have iron wings in this one. And every guy I've ever talked to has all said the same thing. This game, the conference championship game, may have more intensity than even the Super Bowl because you know what the stakes are. You're trying so hard to get to the big game that this is the one that's the real challenge.
So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Operating from the gun. Kirkland, his throw incomplete. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Off the play fake. Kirkland. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's got some space here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Delivering a pass here to Evans on the out route. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Kirkland looking Mike Evans' way again, and he's got another one. And the Bucs are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Fournette. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They will be led out by a 2nd-round pick in 2019. Out of Missouri, it's Drew Lock.
And we talked about it last week, the pressure of not just playing in the playoffs and now in the championship game as they try to close out a perfect 19-0 season. Of all the games they've played, though, this year, this is far and away the toughest one. If they find a way to win it, guess what the next one will be? The toughest one they've played. That's what happens when you have a perfect record on the line.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
36 yards on the play.
Well, big plays have been a hallmark of this offense all season, so there was no reason to think that it wouldn't continue here in this title game. Obviously, the magnitude of the event, not getting to them early.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Locke. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. Now Jones. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Jones. And this time he is in. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Seahawks are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So potentially a good chance now to answer back from the touchdown a minute ago as they get 15 yards tacked on.
It's going to give them much better starting field position, and they didn't even have to make an extra play to get it.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after one. Throwing on first down. Kirkland, it's caught. Smith. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. The give to the fullback on the dive. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. Down right around the 25. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Kirkland. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
And he's got the hook up to Moore. And the Buccaneers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Kirkland. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. And what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Third and goal here. A big play brewing in this NFC title game. Looking to throw. Kirkland. Flush to his right. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Buccaneers have moved out in front. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Shotgun snap to Locke. Rolling to his left. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Block now to throw. Looking for the end zone. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A great play there. 26 yards. And the Seahawks are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Myers connects on the PAT. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Yeah, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Aaron Jones with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 21-14. The touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On 1st and 10, Kirkland over the middle, complete. That's Evans. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Looking to throw on second down. Kirkland. A little juke. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Out to his left. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, one half remains in the battle to see who will take home that George Halas Trophy and represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's look back to the AFC Championship game held earlier today. And its Miami Dolphins are heading to the Super Bowl as they await the winner of this NFC Championship game. So with that, let's get you right back out for the second half, as one of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. To find out who, let's turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Halas Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
Here's Jones again on second down. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football. Sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. 60 yards. And the Seahawks come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead now up to 14. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Back to throw. Kirkland, and that is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Now here's Michael Dixon. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. So out come the Bucs now. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
It'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Kirkland. And pass complete to Moore. No gain on the play. And that's going to bring up the 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Returnable for Lockett. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And out will come the offense as they take over. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because What you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They'll get this down to the 38.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down. They look to throw. It's Locke. He hits his target, Lockett. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 13-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Locke. Being chased out left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Devin White defeating the offensive line and getting to the quarterback. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away from pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. The Seahawks on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Touchdown! Tyler Lockett, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. Second and 10. Back to throw. Kirkland. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Kirkland. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Rondale Moore, an even 90 yards. And the Buccaneers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Second down, another shot for Jones. And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. Give him 2 on the play there, and it'll give the Seahawks a first down. And it's Jones. And he gets it down to the 32. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. A lot going to throw it here. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Throwing now is Locke. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's fourth down. Locke exits on fourth down as Seattle sends out Jason Myers. This to make it a 3-score game late. Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there. I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done. Taken at the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things.
Now, loose football. The ball comes out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
You've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. An inside give to Jones. They find some open field here. And they move this all the way down to the 9. And even 100 yards rushing for him now in the ball game as he goes over the century mark with the AFC title on the line. Up the middle, Jones. Call it a gain of 9 there, and it puts him in better shape here for 2nd and goal. And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Aaron Jones saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Seahawks continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. The extra point now coming from Myers. And the lead is now 24. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers you would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
The Seahawks are the NFC champs. Time for us to sign off. Thank you so much for watching, and good night, everybody. And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.